Hi, welcome everybody back to the channel. 164 Revival. And this is 164 Revival, not Diecast Resurrection. Got the gloves on because I'm about ready to take this apart and get this into the stripper. So, what we're doing here is a 63 Studebaker, and the theme for the Four Horsemen episode is drag racer. So I've got a drag car here that I'm gonna try and strip down some items. I'm not sure exactly what, other than wheels, tires. Might try and incorporate some other items that are in here. Probably not the motor. May take out the wheelie bar, things like that. So we'll get to that a little bit later, but we got to get this apart. We got to get it stripped, and I have no idea what I'm going to paint this like, but I almost thought, you know what, it's not too bad, but you know, here on the channel we just don't leave well enough alone anyway. So let's get her taken apart, get in the stripper. All right, let's dunk her in the old stripper. This is more of a premium car, so we'll see how well this stripper. And this is still the old original aircraft stripper everybody was using. I had a ton of it, so you don't really use a whole lot of it one shot, so it's lasted me quite a while. Still got a bunch of it, so we'll see how well that digs in the clear coat that's on a lot of these premium cars there. It takes a while to eat through that, so I'll let that happen, and then while that's going, I'm going to take these wheels off, and they'll be used for something else. Those are nice wheels and tires there. All right, we got her all cleaned up. That paint was on there pretty good, but I kind of expected that. So what I'm going to do is I've got to kind of cannibalize this little dragster here with the items that I want to put in there. Probably not that engine. I don't know how I would be able to really fit that in and utilize kind of the rest of the coolness of that. That's got to be in kind of an open hood type situation as far as I'm concerned. I mean, yeah, I could probably, if I do a whole lot of hacking and banging on this thing, that ain't happening though. So we're going to kind of figure out what we want to do to drag it up. Thinking I'm going to take these vents off the hood there and incorporate this scoop. It's a 3D printed scoop. I got a bunch of 3D printed parts from various locations, so I've had this stuff for long enough to where I don't even know. It'll have to be trimmed off. We'll have to do a little body work on it, some putty, some JB Weld. but I need to go through this and see what actually am I going to use on it. Those tanks are cool. Obviously going to use the wheels and tires. Figure out a way without breaking the wheelie bar, get that off of there. So I'm going to do some stripping on this thing, see what I can use, see what I can put on here. And then I need to decide what kind of paint job I'm going to do. But I really need to get fitment going here with components that I'm going to put on. And then this being a drag car, actually put that in the right. There really ain't gonna be no passenger in there, so I may be doing some cutting in there. I don't know if that seat's a little skimpy for the interior on there, but who knows? Maybe we'll take the steering wheel column and that setup out of there and be able to put it in here. We'll see. So let me get to hacking on this, see what I can salvage. Alright, I did some hacking on that old dragster, and I got the chassis, the roll cage, which I'm thinking it looks like it'll fit up in there. I just need to get the front rails off of there and get the back half of that chassis cut up to fit. And I salvaged some other parts. I got the seat, the wheels, tires. Some of this I might have to, well, I know I'll have to, if I can utilize that roll cage there. Is the steering wheel and gauge cluster there. Seat, now I have to put that back in, because I was going to just use that with the original interior, but if I can make that work in there, that's getting zipped off so it can be put back in. One thing that I'm going to have to do if I'm going to keep this base is I got to get in there, groove that out down so that the front little pizza cutters can go in there, because as you can see right now, that ain't gonna work. So let me cut that down, get those fit in there. Okay, I got the axle grooves cut in the base so they fit down in, but they're just the axles. I didn't use any axle tubes. So what I'm going to try is I've got some piano wire here that I cut along the sides. I'm going to put some JB Weld on the inside as retainers, basically. Now off come those vents on the hood, because we're going to start with the scoop hood, or the scoop cowl attachment that's going to go onto the hood. I'm going to do that with a little JB Weld also. Now I need to open up these wheel wells so I can get those slicks to fit up in there. Nothing Dremel and a sanding drum can't take care of there real quick. Okay, now I've got some pieces together. I'm going to do, excuse me, I'm going to do a little fitment here. I got that roll cage in from that Dragster. It looks a little rough right now, but we'll get the body in there. We've got the body kind of where I want it. I'm going to do a primer on it. See where we sit once I get the primer, but I wanted to make sure that we got things that are going to fit, make sure it goes together best we can. Had to modify the back. Kind of racing tonneau cover. And I'll be priming painting that. Okay, first coat. Primer coat using Stynylrez, the black Stynylrez. I love this stuff. Goes on real thin, real smooth. And I'm thinking I might use a little bit of that Createx Quicksilver, even though that's over flat. I'm gonna give it a shot. See what I can come up with for a fairly chrome or light base on there. And I haven't used the either the pearl copper. I guess I got 2 bottles of the pearl copper, which actually I'm not sure that would go over the, let's see, go over the Quicksilver very well. What do I got here? I got Grabber Orange, Tequila Yellow. And I'm thinking I'm going to go Tequila Yellow, but I got to get the Quicksilver on there, so let's get it done. Second go around in the paint booth, use the Quicksilver. Came out pretty good, still got all the body lines. Nothing's really filled in. Okay, tequila'd, clear coated, and baked. Not my best paint job. I don't know if the balancing clear of the Createx can go bad, but it seemed to be a chore coming out of the airbrush, and it kind of looked like, I don't know, it's like kind of gunked up just enough, like there were particles in the, and it wasn't in the paint, it wasn't in the tequila paint, it wasn't, didn't look like there was any in the 4010 reducer. It seemed as soon as I put in the balancing clear, like just, it was like particles in there, and I shook it up, I did everything, but I don't know, I might have to get a new bottle and see. That's the black tonneau cover. I painted that. It's going to go on the back. So let me do some detail on the body, kind of finishing touches. And here it is, the 63 Studebaker muscle bound dragster. I hope you like this episode of the Four Horsemen here at 164 Revival. Click like, share, subscribe, please. I appreciate it. And do remember, if you're going to join us here at the Four Horsemen in any of our future builds, please submit your glamour shots to the Four Horsemen Diecast at gmail.com. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.